Camel Nation, it's Chris Matthews along with Kimmy Karuba and Chase Rice.
What's up, man?
Welcome.
Dude, we are very excited to have you here at Not So Silent at Night, man.
I like that name for this thing, by the way.
Yeah.
Clever. You guys are clever.
It's one of these ones where, you know, I think it was almost Acoustic Christmas, but then we decided, you know what, with the lineup that we have this year, it's going to be like when you four dudes walk out on stage, that sold out room is going to be anything but silent. So
we're probably going to be anything but silent. Me and those guys have had a lot of late nights together before, so it's going to be fun.
it's kind of the plan right there, man. So we're looking forward to it.
Do you have any, I mean, you've worked with them a whole bunch. Do you have any stories that you can tell us? Anything weird that happened, if it's on stage, off stage?
No one's going to see this. Don't worry.
There's a lot of weird stuff that's happened, but yeah, I don't know if there's anything I could actually talk about and not get in trouble for.
You can make something up.
Now, Sam and I toured together 2 years ago, I think it was. So he and I, we go back. Sam and I go back to, when I first moved to town. We were going to Tin Roof down on Demumbrian, just he and I just meeting up, hanging out, trying to convince girls we were cool. I don't know. And,
how's that going for you now?
It's a lot easier these days. Yeah. But now I can't even go into Tin Roof, which is, I guess, a good problem to have. And then, the funny part about Lee is last time I was with Lee, he was in Virginia. I walk on the bus and he's complaining about his voice, saying, "Oh man, I don't know if he's partying too much or whatever. Probably singing too much." And he's like, "Man, I got to get shot up." So these Navy SEALs come on and they shoot him up, and he's good to go, and he sings that night. And then I see him earlier today, and I go up to him about to give him a big old hug, and he's like, "Oh, don't get close to me. I'm sick and stuff. I got a doctor coming to shoot me up." So it's, every time I'm with Lee, he's getting shot up with some sort of thing to help him sing. So
now. Last time we saw you was on the Chesney tour.
Yeah.
I'm kind of curious, because
that was a fun night. That was a Wednesday night too, I think.
And it was
wild.
insane.
It was one of the better Chesney shows we had.
It was absolutely insane, and that was another loud crowd. I kind of have to wonder, especially you at this stage in your career, really starting to go up, getting that momentum. What did you learn? Maybe one main thing you picked up from Chesney, who is definitely the pro.
He is the pro. I mean, he's the best that I've ever been around. Main thing I learned from him, there's a lot of talk about, music and who's doing what, and then guys with Sam Hunt. I mean, you can writings on the wall. When he's doing his talking thing and goes into the singing melodies and stuff, and I've already seen it walking into writing rooms. They're like, "Hey man, let's write this thing," and then they start to do the Sam Hunt thing, and I'm like, I just leave. I'm like, no,
right.
I'm not. That's Sam Hunt's thing. I'm not doing that.
Right.
Or with Kenny, it's people always compare songs and they say, let's write this song like that Kenny song. And I talked to Kenny about that, and he was like, dude, he had the same mindset that I had. It was just good to get that reassurance from a guy like Kenny. It was like, man, I'm so sick of walking in these rooms trying to write what other people have already written. And it was the same thing with Cruise when we wrote Cruise. It was after that, it was like, hey, man, let's write another Cruise. It's like, we didn't mean to write Cruise. There's no way we're going to write another Cruise. So it's just be you and whatever. That's what I focused on so much on my next record. And I think Kenny's done such a good job of that is kind of, if you've been there before, don't go there again. And then don't focus on what everybody else is doing, but focus on what you specifically need for your music. And that's what I've learned a lot from him, over the entire summer. And that's what I focused a lot on with this next record. Is it's going to be a whole lot of whatever I feel like doing.
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
Well, you were saying that you can't, go into a bar you used to go into all the time. Where's the weirdest place you've been recognized?
Man, weirdest place. I'm gonna have to think, but I got a story while I'm thinking about that. I was at Dirks's bar here in Scottsdale, and it's so funny. This was a while ago, but there was this bartender that I was in love with. I was like, man, this girl's, I'm going to marry her. And, I was 2 a.m. I'm thinking I'm going to marry this girl. But I was just on her all night, like getting shots from her, trying to hang out with her. She wouldn't give me the time of day. As soon as somebody came up and said, I think it was after one of Dirk's shows years ago, they came up and said, and told her, I guess, that I was Chase Rice, and a flip switched on her, man. Like that's what we were talking about earlier. It got so easy after that, and then she she was all about me, and that turned me off.
And then you're
right
like,
away.
I don't want to marry you
"Screw
anymore.
this. I don't want to marry you anymore. I got you now. I don't want to marry you anymore.
I was hoping that you're going to be like, yeah, I got recognized in a bathroom once or something.
That'd be weird, and especially if it was a dude that was like broing out, like,
Yeah.
bro. Just wait till this is after the bathroom right now.
Bro, we're P-Buddies. Boom.
That actually has happened. No, it's almost went down exactly like that too.
So Chase walked in and saw the display that's in front of you. We're going to do a little activity. You just became an uncle.
I did, yeah. That's
Congratulations.
This is not weird for me anymore.
I have a 6-month-old at home. So believe it or not, these aren't mine, but I did bring them from home. We have babies here. This one says little DJ, and of course, repping the camel.
See, I feel like this one would be the one I'd feel most comfortable with because it's a girl, and my little niece is obviously a girl. So give me the girl.
Boom. All right.
Now we're making it easier for him, though.
Kimmy,
I am completely unexperienced.
How would you describe your maternal instincts, Kimmy Karuba?
Well, I've kept my dog alive.
Good.
That's about it. Dog's still alive.
We're gonna have.
I would hate to be your baby.
I was like, wait, which this goes down here, right?
No, that's a hat.
We're gonna have a diaper changing competition right now. So I mean, I guess you don't have to change it. You just have to.
So this is where I still don't have experience.
You just have to diaper it. Yeah, you and Kimmy are gonna be
Okay.
evenly matched here.
Yeah.
All right.
But with Adeline or Addie, every time she start crying, I just be like, all right,
Here you go.
take her.
I tried that with my wife. Doesn't work.
Oh.
Yeah.
So we're gonna start the timer, and you guys here. I'm gonna take your microphones here and set them down.
It's gonna be. Don't drop the baby, right?
Don't drop the baby. It's very bad. Okay, I'm gonna do play-by-play here. We're gonna start the timer, and we're gonna see who changes the baby the fastest. You got to lift up the onesie, put the diaper on, and hold up your baby. Head down, eyes up. Here we go. All right, on your mark, get set, go. All right, Chase off to an early lead. Kimmy hasn't even got the onesie up yet. All right, Chase is knocking the head around, so giving the baby a concussion so far, which is good. Okay, we're so far. We got the tabs pulled. Kimmy's manhandling the boy over there, and Chase has got one side latched, and onesie down. Hold up, baby. Hold up your baby. Boo! Oh my God! Minus points for spiking the baby. And the diaper fell off. No, it's all good. Chase Rice, thank you so much, man.